This picture is presented to you with the compliments of the Allis Chalmers Manufacturing Company in cooperation with the American League of Professional Baseball Clubs. Keeping fit begins in American playgrounds, where outdoor competitive sports build strong bodies.
Play ball, the baseball game is just about to start. Play ball, play ball.
Get in there and swing, America. Swing that bat. Swing down the baseline. Beat out the throw. Yes, sir, it pays to play in America. You've seen sensational history-making events in baseball this season. A new world's record in hitting. New stars have smashed their way into the headlines. Some of the old stars have won new honors that will place them in baseball's Hall of Fame. But this year, for the first time, our camera brings together three of the greatest living players of the game. The all-time all-star outfield, Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Tris Speaker. What a batting lineup this would make. The baseball records and baseball history made by these three players are monuments that make them immortal in the whole world of sport. Even today, these great men are the idols of baseball fans, young and old. They still enjoy the undying devotion and loyalty of fellow sportsmen. It's the ninth inning for Cobb, Ruth, and Speaker. It's been a swell game they've played, but they're not through. They're still helping young players, new stars, to carry on. Well, if it's stars you want, here's the whole constellation at the All-Star Game. The 9th annual baseball classic that brings together the brightest stars in both leagues. Briggs Stadium is a scene of action. That makes everybody happy because Detroit is always a red-hot baseball town. And Briggs Stadium is one of the finest, most modern baseball plants in the world. Up to this time, the American League has won 5 of these All-Star games against 3 for the National. But there's a new feeling of tension in the air about this game. If you're figuring the American League hitting against the National League pitching, you'd better flip a coin, because this time it's a toss-up. Don't point, mister. Anywhere you look, there's a star around here. A crack defensive man at the hot corner, Ken Keltner of Cleveland. And there'll be power in the infield with Cecil Travis of Washington. Long-distance hitter, Jimmy Fox and Rudy York. And here's another great pair, Joe DiMaggio and his brother Dominic. There'll be power at the plate for the American League today. And here's Bob Feller, Cleveland's pitching ace. Meet Ted Williams, another batting champ from Boston. Say, Ted, got any base hits in that bat of yours?
Oh, I think I'm going to do all right.
What makes you think so?
Well, I've always hit good in this Detroit park. They throw in where I'm swinging, and I'll be swinging. Might mean the old ball game.
The 9th inning. With the score of 5-3 against the American League, Frank Hayes pops out to Herman for the first out. Keltner batting for Smith swings and beats out a hit to short. 1 gone, 1 on. Joe Gordon follows with a single to right. That leaves Keltner at second, Gordon on first, and Travis up. With Paso bearing down, Travis walked and coming up. Still only 1 out. Joe DiMaggio whacks a grounder to short, and Travis is forced out at second. Keltner scored on the play. That makes it 5-4 with Gordon on third and DiMaggio on first. 2 outs. The winning runs on the sacks, and look who's up. Ted Williams. Remember that promise, Ted. If you've got a hit in that bat, let's have it now. Here comes the pitch. There it goes, a home run. A home run by Ted Williams. There's the ball game and victory 7-5 for the American League All-Stars. The 6th game won in 9 years of this All-Star Game Classic. And here's the man who did it. Ted, there's one promise you made good on. How does it feel to win a ball game like this?
Yes, hitting that home run in the All-Star game in the 9th inning was certainly a big thrill, and I'll never forget the rest of my life.
The parade great of the greats goes on. It's Connie Mack Day at Shibe Park, Philadelphia. Yes, it's the grand old man of baseball having his day after 58 years of campaigning, the longest service record in organized baseball. And lest we forget, this is the man who's won 9 American League pennants and has brought home World Series victory 5 times. President William Herridge presents this gift from the club owners. For the name of Connie Mack is synonymous with baseball's development. A generation ago, his $1 million infield was the talk of the nation. And many a great player like Waddell, Collins, Simmons, Grove found fame under the guidance of this dean of the American sport. From the scorching swing of the pitcher's arm to the split-second power of the batter's wallop, only 60 feet, 6 inches separate the nerve centers of baseball's offense and defense. Here's where ball games are won and lost. And what a battle of bats in 41. At the Detroit plate, big gun of the Tiger offense was Barney McCoskey. The veteran Connie Mack found new hitting blood for his Philadelphia Athletics in Dick Siebert and Sam Chapman. Down in St. Louis, Luke Sewell, the manager of the Browns, has this leather-busting trio: Cullenbine, Grace, and Judnick. Take Cecil Travis of Washington, for example. Here's the style of a fine placement hitter. No slugging in this swing, just smoothness, perfect control in the stride and swing. Now here's the batting form of a Yankee who tries for the jackpot every time. Charlie Keller, a power hitter. Plenty of home runs in this bat. Jeff Heath of the Cleveland Indians gets his distance in a different way. Those strong arms have pushed many a hit into the bleachers. Dick Siebert of Connie Mack's Philadelphia Athletics, with a rather odd stance, enjoyed a fine year at bat. But there was one bat that beat out a different tune this year. A bat that drummed out hit after hit with a roar that echoed in the grandstand. A bat that smashed a record of nearly half a century. Here is baseball history in the making. Not since 1897, when wee Willie Keeler set the world record of hitting safely in 44 consecutive games, have baseball fans seen a hitting champion like this. July 2nd was a tense day. Keeler's old record had been tied. In the 5th inning, Joe's line drive into the stands turned a new page in baseball history. But Joe didn't stop. Couldn't 45 be stretched to 55? And it was. The Yankee Clipper connected for a number 55. And DiMaggio came through a final time. Safe hits in 56 consecutive games, an all-time record, set by the Yankee Clipper, Joe DiMaggio. The fans of the nation rose in tribute. Sports reporters joined the name of DiMaggio with such greats as Cobb and Root. And Joe's Yankee teammates rallied behind the new champion with a spirit that rolled them to another pennant.